Marbella with Him and Her are proud to be sponsored by the friendliest bar in San Pedro, the Hogan Stand. The place for amazing food, live music and sport, karaoke, quizzes, and a welcoming smile. Why would you want to go anywhere else? Check out their Instagram page at the Hogan Stand and at the Hogan Hackers for their golf society.
This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Hello and welcome to episode 86 of Marbella with Him and Her, brought to you by the Hogan Stand. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray. Woohoo!
The big reveal.
We are sponsored by the Hogan Stand Irish pub in San Pedro.
And what a pub it is too. More than a pub, much more than a pub.
Oh, it's so exciting. We're really, really excited to make the big reveal to you. And that lovely voice you heard there, that beautiful Irish tone.
Silky voice.
Exactly, was our friend Maeve Kelly. So thank you, Maeve, for being the voiceover of our sponsorship ad.
Yes, we are very excited because it's going to allow us to do a lot more with the podcast. We're going to be promoting ourselves online a hell of a lot more. We're going to be getting some new equipment because we're going to start videoing as well soon.
Yeah, we're going to start filming because that's what people do. I mean, I was under the impression that podcasts are something that you listen to. I listen to podcasts, but more and more people are watching podcasts on YouTube. So we need to get in with the houses. No, that's not the expression.
Down with the kids. No.
Down with the kid. Up and down and in with the people.
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Exactly. Something like that. So yeah, as I mentioned last week, we're really, really happy to bring on board businesses that we actually genuinely love and spend time and money in. And the Hogan Stand is definitely one of those places. As PJ said, it's so much more than a pub. Not that there's anything wrong with a pub, because it is a proper pub, which is nice to have in Spain. The staff are great. The drinks are great. The food is great. And, you know, pub grub can sometimes be a bit meh. But the Hogan Stand food is genuinely really good. And so often people say to me at the quiz, what do you recommend, Hannah? And I say, to be honest, I've never had a bad meal here. So what do you like? You know, do you want a steak? Do you want a salad? Do you want a wrap? Do you want some fish? Whatever you want, you can have, because the food is genuinely that good. So kudos to Kenny and his team in the kitchen.
And I've got to say, the wings, I'm a bit of a wing expert. And I have chicken wings and there are lots of different places I go to. And nobody comes close to the wings at the Hogan Stand. And I'm not just saying that because we go there and we love the pub. It literally is the best for your chicken wings.
Particularly the spicy one, because they do a barbecue one and a spicy one.
They are spicy.
They are.
Your nose will run.
In the nicest possible way, apparently. Apparently that's what the people want.
Exactly.
There you go. So yes, very excited. Thank you guys. So happy to have you on board. And I'm kind of ashamed to say, following on from that, because we recorded the podcast last Sunday morning and then last Sunday afternoon, I went to a different Irish pub and I feel like I'm being unfaithful saying those words.
You are disloyal.
I am disloyal. I'm sorry, guys. But it was in Fuengirola. So it's very far away, very far away. I was going with a group of friends to see our friend Simon at Guys and Dolls. He was in the musical Guys and Dolls at the Salon Varietes theatre in Fuengirola. So we got together to have a bit of lunch beforehand. And there is a pub called Christie's, an Irish pub, just behind the Salon Varietes. So we went there for a bit of lunch and I had a really nice fish pie.
You can't beat a good fish pie.
Oh, it was really good. And Simon was really good. I have to say, he's in our choir, so I knew that he could sing. But my goodness, he had a solo song and all of us were looking at each other going, holy crap, he's really, really good. And I actually had a tear in my eye. He was that good.
Well, I didn't go because I don't really know the musical Guys and Dolls, so I don't really enjoy that sort of thing if I don't know anything from it.
No, fair enough. I mean, I didn't know much about it. The only song that I knew was Luck Be a Lady. Do you know that?
No idea what you're talking about.
No. So it was covered by Frank Sinatra, and all I know is the chorus. It kind of goes, luck be a lady tonight. And it's a real crooner Frank Sinatra song, and that's the main song from Guys and Dolls.
I'm not sure if it's just you, but I've still never heard of it.
Oh, fair enough. Maybe it's me. I'm prepared to take that one on the chin, as they say. Monday morning, I did one of the hardest ever Pilates classes ever.
I seem to think you say that every week.
Do I really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Well, I took a selfie, which is also embarrassing, of myself sat on the reformer Pilates. Ooh, look at me about to do Pilates, before Clint almost killed me. It was all inner thigh work, which sounds a bit rude.
Did you say Clint?
Clint, yeah. Clint was working on my inner thighs.
Oh, okay.
So with the reformer Pilates bed, there's a platform that doesn't move and you put one foot on that, and then there's another platform that does move and you put one foot on that, and you kind of slide the moving platform, but so you don't kind of fall off, and it puts massive amount of strain on your inner thigh area, and we did a lot of that from various different angles.
Of having strong inner thighs?
Well, to crush walnuts, is that a thing?
It could be.
Okay.
We can try that at Christmas.
I was going to say, it's coming up to Christmas. That's the walnut time.
Yeah. So you can crush nuts with your inner thighs. Great.
Allegedly. Well, make quite the mess, though, won't it?
Yeah, we better move on. This sounds worse and worse by the second.
Yeah, I meant the nuts, clearly. Monday evening, we went out for dinner on a Monday night. Good God.
We're rebels.
We are rebels, although we didn't drink. We were very sensible.
Exactly, because we're trying to rein it in during the week, aren't we?
We're doing really well so far.
Until today.
It's a Sunday. It's the weekend. We're fine. Monday night was the after-show party for the ITS show Inspector Drake and the Perfekt Crime. Which,
dun, dun, dun!
Which you did all the lighting and sound and everything for.
Which we told you about last week.
Yeah, so we went to Grappa, which is a bit of a go-to for ITS. They do set menus, and we had a really nice meal.
Yeah, so it's an Italian restaurant of sorts, and they have these set menus, and it's really good for us because everything we like is on the cheapest set menu.
Literally $20.95 for 3 courses. One of the options in the first course is choose any salad from the menu. So we both started with a salad. You had the
Hail Caesar
salad. I had the goat's cheese salad, and then I had the fillet of pork with pepper sauce for main, and you had
chicken Milanese.
Yeah, you love a Milanese.
I love Milanese is my favourite Italian dish, and I can't help myself. Every time I go out, I think, well, I'm going to have something different. And then I look down the menu and say, yeah, can I have Milanese? But my favourite is veal Milanese. But
Which is controversial.
Yeah, and you can't often get it these days, maybe because it's controversial.
Maybe.
So, barring that, I'll have the chicken Milanese. They sometimes do beef Milanese, but I don't like it because the red meat is too strong. So it overtakes the flavour of the Milanese and the tomato sauce that you get with it.
Yeah, it comes with spaghetti and tomato sauce.
Yeah, lovely. So it's my favourite Italian dish. So if anyone wants to cook me food, there you go.
And then for dessert, we were very sensible and had a cup of coffee, which was one of the options.
It was quite bitter, so we had to put a bit of sugar in it.
Yeah, it was actually, wasn't it?
Yes.
So it did become more of a dessert in the end.
It was a bitter coffee to swallow.
Yes. On Tuesday, I went to the municipal gym to do my body combat class, and obviously it's been Halloween week, and I couldn't believe how much they decorated the gym, or the surrounding areas of the gym, or the kind of corridors that you go between, Halloween style. Like, I took photos of it, which I'll share on the post. There was like a fake, obviously, well, I say obviously, I assume, dead body hanging from the ceiling, which was wrapped in a black bag and that kind of warning tape all around it, and it was in the shape of a body.
That's what happens if you don't pay your monthly bills at the gym.
Maybe they pull them out every year. This could be you.
This is an example of what we would do to you if you don't pay.
It was quite shocking. There was this white sheet hanging down that had blood handprints on it and the word help, and I was like, oh my God, this is really quite scary.
I'm sort of glad I missed the gym this week.
Yeah, maybe. Wednesday, it rained. We've been waiting and expecting rain for quite a while now. It eventually happened pretty much throughout the whole day on Wednesday.
Yep. I was walking to work and I thought, better take my umbrella just in case. It wasn't raining when I left for work. In fact, there was blue bits of sky. I got halfway and the heavens opened. But I didn't get too wet because I had my big umbrella.
A decent size umbrella.
My
That's
legs
the
got
key.
a bit wet.
Okay.
But it was a good rain. session.
It really was, lasting throughout the day, including into the evening. And we were out in the evening for Sheila's birthday. It was her birthday on Thursday, but obviously it's quiz night Thursday. So the four of us, with my dad, went out for dinner on Wednesday night to a place called Fons. Nothing to do with Happy Days.
Monday, Tuesday,
Happy Days. Wednesday, Thursday, Happy Days.
So it was nothing to do with Happy Days.
No, it really wasn't. Beautiful presentation, all the food, fabulously
Presentated?
Presented.
that a word?
No, it's really not. Presented is the word.
That would be the word.
I took lots of lovely photos. Sheila and I had scallops to start with, and they were a bit overcooked and chewy. I had to spit mine out.
Cardinal sin.
Yeah, real shame, because everything around the scallops, all the fancy bits, I'm not really sure what they were. I can't remember, like a pea puree and various other little bits. Absolutely gorgeous. Really tasty and beautifully presented. You had the croquetas to start.
Mixed croquetas. And they were homemade croquetas, and they were lovely.
Yeah, really good.
Not sure what was in all of them, to be fair. One had some very black stuff in, which was nice, but I'm not sure what I ate.
No, but it was all really good. My dad ordered these salmon cubes that was presented in this grid of sauces, looked gorgeous, and he said tasted really, really nice as well. I think my dad ordered really well. He had the wild sea bass as a main, and he said that was stunning and that looked gorgeous as well. You and Sheila shared the Chateaubriand.
Yes, and interestingly, it said on the menu you can only have the Chateaubriand blue, rare, or medium rare. That was it. There was no other way of having it. You should be able to have your food how you want it cooked, really. All they got to do is leave it on a little bit longer if you want it medium.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is that they're a restaurant that know their meat and know how it allegedly should be served. And, a lot of people feel about meat and about steak that it should be served a certain way. So you could say that they know their stuff, but other people would say, well, I want it how I want it. So depends how you look at it.
Nice flavour, because they charred the outside of it, so that was quite nice.
Yeah. I had the turbot. I love turbot. Beautiful texture. I had to peel the skin off the top, because sometimes the skin, when you order fish, is crispy, and then you can eat it, and it's gorgeous, but this really wasn't crispy, so I had to peel it off. And there was a much thicker layer of skin and kind of slimy jelly stuff on the bottom, and it was served on a beurre blanc sauce. PJ and I are watching this Australian cooking program, and literally a couple of days before we were watching this couple who had totally screwed up making a beurre blanc sauce, and the professional chefs were criticising it.
And one of them is French, so he knows what a beurre blanc sauce should be, and it should be very buttery, very light, very sort of creamy and white wine, and it should be a nice
and quite thin
sauce that coats the fish.
Yeah. Whereas theirs and mine was really thick.
Yes.
So I think I ordered wrong, because it was a fabulous restaurant, and I think everybody else's was great. So I don't want to say anything bad in the restaurant.
It's end of season as well. It was very quiet. It's a beautiful restaurant, lovely layout inside, very
stunning.
modern. In the summer, I can imagine it's incredible as well, because they've got a lovely outside space at the back. Yeah, I just think we had an off day.
Well, you didn't. Everyone else seemed to be okay.
I was happy with my food.
Yeah, exactly.
And we didn't drink?
No, we didn't. We had some 0 alcohol wine.
Never touching that stuff again, ever.
Really?
It's horrendous.
Oh, no.
Awful. That gave me a headache. I might as well have drunk.
We were trying to be good, weren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Thursday was the Halloween quiz, and lots of people made a real effort and dressed up, which is really nice to see. I was a red devil for the first time in my life.
You were a horny devil.
Allegedly. You were?
A box.
So I picked PJ up from work, and he chucked a empty cardboard box on the back seat, and I was like, what is that? And he said, oh, it's for a potential Halloween costume idea that I have. I was like, okay. And then you took me to the pub for 7. You turned up at about 8:15, having made this whole full-on costume. It was amazing.
Yeah, so I got the box. It wasn't too big and it wasn't too wide. So I put over the top of this box a white shirt, a collarless white shirt. So the collar stuck up, which was what the effect I wanted. Then I put over the top of that a black jacket, and then put it on my shoulders and had it all very long over my head, and I had to put some other black stuff under it. So it basically looked like that was my head and shoulders, but without a head. And I stuck my head through the bottom part, so it looked like I was headless.
Gardening gloves out
Gardening
the side.
gloves as the arms, yeah. So, yeah, I was carrying around my own head, basically.
Oh, it was really impressive. Everyone was like, wow.
I've got to admit, I saw it on TikTok.
Well, there you go. A lot of people get inspiration from TikTok these days for all kinds of things.
Exactly.
You're down with the kids, baby.
I am down with the kids.
Stop that. Blood-splattered spectacles won the quiz. Normally rosé-tinted spectacles, but with a little Halloween twist. Blood-splattered spectacles. They were 10 points ahead of everywhere else. Everyone else.
Everyone else, yes. We didn't do so well. Normally when there's a couple of our team missing, which there were this week, we call ourselves directors half cut. But this time we were directors cut in half.
Which was perfect for Halloween.
Perfect Halloween name.
Yes.
But we didn't fare very well at the quiz.
No. Well, you can't win every week.
No.
A couple of interviews that I wanted to mention from Talk Radio Europe that I did this week. Mary Ellen Moriarty, she was on my afternoon show. She is the cousin of Cola, the actor who was in Ted Lasso. The two of them were runners-up in last year's Celebrity Race Across the World, which is due to start, I think, next week.
Next Wednesday, I think. Is it the 5th next Wednesday? I think it's the 5th or the 6th it starts.
Really
Looking
exciting.
forward to that.
We love that show. And one of my favourite moments in the series was involving Mary Ellen, and it was a huge highlight for her as well.
Mary Ellen, that sounds like someone from the Waltons.
It does, doesn't it?
Night, Jim Bob.
Good night, Mary Ellen. Yeah, but she's not from the Waltons, obviously. There was a moment when they were in Brazil and she was given a very small bikini and told to get changed.
Teeny weeny incy.
A little bit like that. And dance on stage with these stunning Brazilian women. And she was a bit intimidated. You know, she felt really self-conscious and thought, oh, this is like way out of my comfort zone. And Cola, her cousin, was really encouraging and said, you can do it, you look amazing. And then not only were these gorgeous, stunning Brazilian women dancing, but also then these other women of different shapes and sizes and ages came out and dancing, and everyone kind of left their cares and woes at the door and were just going for it. And it was a real liberating moment for her. You could really see it was really touching.
They embraced fun.
Definitely. Because I said to her, has it made you feel differently? Do you feel more comfortable in your own skin? Because she said, I would never wear a two-piece on my own in my back garden in the UK, let alone in public in front of a load of people. So it was a real big deal for her. And I said, has it helped you feel more confident with your body since? And she said, yeah, it really has. It's made me care a bit less and be like, well, this is me, which is wonderful. So it's lovely when these shows can have such a profound effect on people in a positive way. Really great to see. Another girl who I interviewed who was on the book show this week is called Prajakta Kohli, and she has over 18 million followers across all social media platforms. She's actually one of the most influential Indians featured in GQ India and various other places. Her debut novel has just come out called Too Good to Be True. She's amazing. She's had so much success at such a young age.
I reckon I'm only 17,970,000 behind her.
That's really close. Does that make you a micro-influencer?
That makes me micro.
Okay, well done. Just one small step for man, one giant leap for PJ Lopez.
It's not funny.
I thought that was quite good.
Just because I don't know how you do it. You seem to get followers every day.
Ta-da!
Is it because of your tits?
That's rude.
It seems to be a thing.
I'm sorry to say, but most of my followers are women.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and they're not lesers.
You've got great tits.
Stop it. For God's sake. I'm a highly amusing, entertaining, fun person to follow.
That will be it.
Thank you.
That will be it.
It's my personality,
Yes.
baby.
Yeah, they can see your personality.
Yes. It's not like all my videos of me in low-cut tops,
They're
like
not. No.
dancing in front of the camera.
No, maybe we should do some more. Get
Yeah,
some
maybe
more
we
followers.
should. Yeah, okay. On Friday, I had an appointment in Estepona, and where I go for my regular appointment is very near a place called the Pie Shop. And I parked right outside on Friday, and I thought, maybe I should go in. So I went in and brought us back a couple of pies for our Friday lunch.
And my God, you've got nice pies.
Stop it, for God's sake.
They were good.
They were really good. They were two variations of chicken curry. One was a chicken balti. One was like a chicken Chinese curry, it was described. But it was like a kind of English-British curry sauce that you would get if you went to an Indian restaurant.
So I did them in the oven because we wanted to keep the integrity. There's a word. We wanted to keep the integrity of the pastry.
Oh,
So it was crispy.
yes.
So I did them in the oven. They went in for about 25 minutes. And they were good.
They were really good.
Yeah, we had half each of each other's, didn't we? So we had one, tried both flavours.
So yeah, if you're in Estepona, the pie shop.
You also bought about 25,000 sausages.
Well, we love a sausage, and they're quite hard to come by, aren't they? As we've discovered.
Well, especially if you want like a Cumberland sausage. I mean, you can get sausages everywhere in the supermarkets, but if you like the style of English sausages, they're not quite the same in the Spanish supermarkets.
No, English or Irish sausages. And you used to be able to get quite a good selection in Iceland or overseas supermarkets, but even now you can't.
Well, I want to say they went for a phase of doing Super Value, which is the Irish supermarket, and the Super Value Irish sausages were bloody good. Then they've now switched over to Iceland sausages, even the Iceland Irish sausages, and it's like eating a bowl of sawdust. It's not very nice.
They're not good.
No.
So I thought I'd take the opportunity and get some homemade fresh sausages. And they did a few different options. So I got the Cumberland ones. I have no clue about weight. I just thought, well, I don't really want to spend €11 on sausages. So I got 0.5 kilogram of sausages. Still quite a lot of sausages.
Yes, we had sausage sandwiches yesterday morning.
And I think we're going to have sausage and mash for dinner tomorrow.
That's the only way to use up the sausages that you've got.
We've been doing so well on our salads, but now we need to use the sausages I bought.
Yeah, I was going to say it's winter. We need winter food, but it was 26 degrees today and I might have burnt myself.
Yeah, I think I've caught the sun, totally.
Yeah, and I was sitting, when we were sitting outside, in one direction most of the time, whereas you and Bev swapped over twice.
But so did you guys.
At the very end, so I think we may have left it. So I may be a bit one-sided.
Well, that's why we suggested you swap earlier. Yeah, I knew you'd moan about the fact that you didn't swap when it was quite a sensible thing to do at an earlier stage.
I liked my view.
Okay, well, I hope you like your half-burnt face.
I will.
Okay, good. On Friday night, we had Aoife and Maeve over and you showed off your goulash expertise.
Yeah, I've got good goulash.
You have got good goulash.
I'm becoming quite an expert at my goulash.
Yes, even if you do say so yourself.
So this time, because Hannah did buy the ingredients in time, I did it in the slow cooker rather than the pressure cooker. And yeah, it came out, it's so tasty.
Oh, really good. You did it with pork.
Yes. Oh, I think goulash should really be with pork. I know you can get beef goulash, but I think goulash should be with pork cubes. I made Dijon mustard mash to accompany it.
Couldn't taste the mustard.
No, and I put 2 teaspoons in there.
That's weird, isn't it?
But sometimes Dijon can not be overpowering, so I think it was quite underwhelming.
Well, it was delicious mash. It was absolutely gorgeous. Perfect texture, really nice and creamy. It just wasn't mustardy.
So I used to mash my mashed potato with a masher. I don't do that anymore. I literally put it through the ricer.
Yeah.
And it gets the right texture. Then I put lots of butter in it and some fresh milk.
Yeah, we buy milk just for mash, don't we? Because we have oat milk normally in our coffee.
So apart from the sausages, we should go back to salads while we can because we've still got this great weather.
Yeah. We also played a game of Articulate, which we love. It's a fun game to play.
Yes. I'm not that good at it.
No.
All right, you don't have to agree. You should say, you're not bad.
Oh, you're great, babe.
It's just, you have to be quite quick with words.
Yeah. We've been fighting off colds the whole weekend. I've had like a sore throat.
That's probably why I wasn't so good.
Yeah.
I think it affected me.
Okay. I've had a sore throat. You've been sneezing loads. It hasn't been great, has it?
No, it's been like the house of the sick, really.
No, it hasn't been that bad.
No, I mean, we haven't been ill, as in, temperatures and all that sort of stuff. But as you can probably hear from my voice, I'm a bit nasally still. And I thought I'd got over it because I had a cold not that long ago and got over it. But some guys in the office came back from the UK with horrendous colds and they were quite ill. They had fevers and all that stuff. And I ended up having to go on appointments with them and being in a car with them both, which didn't really help, I don't think. So I think the fact that I've only got the sniffles is quite good.
Yeah, I think and hope we've kept it at bay.
We've turned a corner.
We went to see our friends Debbie and Peter yesterday because their gorgeous dog Lily has gone to Rainbow Bridge.
It's so sad, isn't it?
It's really sad. She hasn't been well for a while, but we were talking about the fact that it doesn't matter whether you're talking about your pets or your humans, people who you love, who are particularly in your life every day. So sometimes you can feel closer to your pets than members of your family that you see a few
But they
times
are family,
a year.
let's face it, your pets are family.
Oh, no, absolutely, 100%. But I mean, you know, people who you're seeing every day, no matter how long they're ill for, when they're just suddenly not there anymore, it's utterly heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. There's no two ways about it. It's heartbreaking. It's very difficult to get used to the fact that there's a big hole in your life.
Yeah.
You know, the habits that you would have adopted when you had your pet just don't disappear overnight. So you end up going to do the things that you would have always done. And it's really hard, first of all, not to do them, not to want to do them, and the fact that you just can't do them.
Yeah, and you don't need to do them.
No, so yeah, really feel for you guys. And yeah, it's just a very, very sad time.
And she was called Lily, so we bought a lily plant. Really wanted to find a lily plant so they can plant it in their garden.
Yeah,
hopefully,
and I saw them post some photos up today, and they've got some nice lily flowers and stuff. So there's been some lovely people that have bought some lovely things for them. So that's what friends are for.
Absolutely. We've had a fabulous day today, a magical mystery tour with our friends Bev and Jamie. So they were picking us up at 10:15. We knew we were going to breakfast on the way somewhere and then having lunch on the way back. That's all we knew.
And what a trip it was too. We love our magical mystery tours.
Oh, they're so good. So we stopped at a fabulous place for breakfast that they said they go to all the time. So it's basically the BP garage in La Cala de Mijas on the way to
Garage or
Mijas
garage?
Fuengirola.
We've done this before.
Oh, garage. Oh, I don't know. You're giving me a headache. We stopped at the BP garage. That's what I'd say.
I think it's quite a common way of saying it.
Oh, I'm sorry. And apparently this place for breakfast, it was really busy, really buzzy place, and it's open 24/7. It's just a great kind of coffee shop, breakfast place. We had bacon sandwiches pretty much.
Yeah, we ordered tomato and bacon patufos.
Yeah.
And it came with melted cheese in it, which we didn't ask for, but which is very nice.
It was very nice.
The waitress was a bit upset because she was bringing your orange juice and spilt it down herself.
It wasn't my orange juice. There were three of us that had orange juice.
Yeah. But
our orange juice, yeah.
She sort of, her mood changed after that. I think she blamed you three for it.
Yeah, which was bizarre. Anyway, it was a great little place, so we never knew about that. So it's a great place if you're going to or from Malaga Airport and that general direction to stop for.
And I've got to say, so if you look at it, three of you had orange juice, coffee, and patufos. The only thing I didn't have was the orange juice, and it worked out at €7 a head, which I thought was pretty good.
That's really good. Really, really good. So yeah, can definitely recommend the BP garage in La Cala de Mijas.
Yeah, we don't know what the garage is called, so
BP.
No, but it's a cafeteria.
Okay. And then our next stop was Cueva del Tesoro,
which means the treasure caves.
Yes. So we were excited to look for treasure. We didn't find treasure, but we did have a really lovely time. We love a cave, don't we?
And they had a nice shiny quartzy type wall.
Yeah.
That was treasure.
Oh, it was really stunning. It was beautifully lit and there were loads of stalactites and stalagmites and it was all kind of windy with little holes and there were beautiful
stalagmites, isn't it stalagmites?
Stalagmite. No, I think it's mites.
Not nights.
No, because mites run up. Mites.
Tights come down.
Yeah, tights come down and mites run up your legs. That's how you remember it. Mites and tights. Yeah. Really beautiful. There was like gorgeous blue pools of water in one particular section, which was so inviting and made you think that you could just dive in.
And I think they made it more inviting than it possibly was. I think it was clear water because if you look down, there was a blue light underneath the water that was making it go turquoise blue.
It was aesthetically pleasing. What can I say?
Yes. And there's lots of wetness on the walls, weren't there?
There was lots of wetness.
And I wanted to take a memento, so I said to Hannah, see if we can find a little bit of rock.
No, we didn't.
Well, no, we didn't, because you picked it up and then looked up and you were being watched by the staff.
Literally twice, and it was just pure coincidence. The two times that we remembered, let's see if we can get a bit of rock. We were in the same section, but in different areas where the two staff members were looking at us. I was like, put it back. So we didn't come away with any rock, which is a good thing, because it's probably illegal.
Why?
If everyone took a bit of rock, the whole place would cave in.
Well, we didn't take a hammer and a chisel. It was on the floor.
I know, but everyone had that attitude.
So interestingly, these caves are private. So it's not owned by the government or it's not a municipal.
It's run by family.
It's run by family, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, it was in a place called La Cala del Moral,
which is just east of Malaga.
And you and Jamie had fun going up and down in the lift. I got quite a funny video.
Yeah, so they've got like a glass elevator, like in
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
So we said, we're going to get the elevator back up while you girls walked up the stairs. And then we got up and we waved at each other. Oh, bye. We could see you as we were going away. And then when we got stopped, we thought, should we go back down again? So we went down, just to experience the down as well as up. And then when we came down again, we went back up again.
Like two little boys.
Yes.
Well, in the Charlie's Great Glass Elevator.
When you go to places like this, you've got to throw away all your adult inhibitions and be children again.
Well, you certainly did that.
Thank you.
And then afterwards, there was a place literally opposite called La Caliza. And there was a big sign that I noticed as soon as we drove into the car park saying that it was the biggest rooftop terrace in Malaga. And I thought, oh, that sounds good. And it was glorious.
I mean, to say it had 360-degree views
would be a lie, because it was about 180.
Well, if you turn around, you can still see the restaurant, so that's a view, isn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't really the thing. The view with the sea and everything was about 180.
Oh, right, blimey, I didn't measure it on a bloody compass. It had great views of the whole of the sea and the coastline.
You don't need to big it up. It was stunning as it was. It was gorgeous. But the coastline's never going to be 360, is it?
I didn't say the coastline was 360. Okay. Why are you being so argumentative?
Well, because you're wrong. I just need to correct you so you don't give the wrong impression to our listeners. They'll go there and go, PJ said there was 300... All we can see is the toilets when we look the other way.
I don't think they're going to write to us and complain because the views in front of you are breathtaking.
Okay, just keep looking forward.
And to the sides.
Okay, and they're really nice. We had a little drink there and it was so bloody hot. It's November and it was clear blue skies and 26 degrees.
Yeah, and when we got back in the car, it said it was over 30 because it'd been in direct sunlight. So, my God, it's unreal the temperatures we're getting at the moment.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then they took us to a fabulous place for lunch called El Balneario, which is Baños del Carmen, which is like Carmen Baths, and it was an old bathing house and spa and everything, which it is no more. And it's a stunning restaurant on the coast of Malaga, and Bev only knew about it because Bev was an extra when they were here on the coast filming the first series of Rivals, the Jilly Cooper show. And
I remember we saw her in it.
We saw her. It was so exciting. And they're currently filming the second series. So Bev and other people went to this place and she thought it was fabulous. So it was a suggestion that we went there for lunch and it was stunning. We loved it.
Oh, amazing food. It's in El Palo section of Malaga, isn't it?
Yeah, it's east of Malaga City, but just along the coastline.
And you can get there. If you drive literally along the coast, you will get to it.
We had a fabulous table, literally looking at the ocean. It was stunning. We shared some starters. We had the gambas cristal, the crystal prawns, the really tiny baby prawns with a fried egg.
And you only discovered that thanks to?
Charlotte.
Yes.
Yep, it was Charlotte that got me into that. We got some sardines.
Espetos.
And they were only €6.
For 6. So, yeah, €1 each, basically.
Seriously good price. And a goat cheese salad that was really nice. I had the salted sea bass for Maine. They had some calamari and you had...
local clams from Malaga, which were gorgeous.
Oh, it was an incredible meal. We saw the sunset as we were driving home. It was a really great day.
Yeah, we enjoy our murder mystery.
Oh, God, there's no murders.
No.
Nobody was murdered. No.
Our mystery tours.
Mystery tour. Magical, the opposite to murder.
Okay. Although we did murder a few songs on the way home.
Yeah, we did a little bit. But it was great. We love it. Fabulous day. Love those guys. A couple of articles from the Sur in English. There is a man in prison, a 57-year-old bar owner from Granada who scammed a 94-year-old man out of around €22,000 over a 2-year period. So this man regularly went to his bar for breakfast and the owner consistently said, oh, there's no signal on the terrace when the guy was trying to pay with his card. So he'd say, oh, we need to go inside to pay. And he was constantly taking more and more money from his card until the man eventually realised and found out €22,000. What an absolute arse. I mean, who does stuff like that?
Horrible people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there are horrible people in this world.
Absolutely disgusting. That photo that Jan sent of the cars.
That was outrageous. So this was last night or the night? So we're on Sunday when we're recording this. So this was Saturday evening. Somebody decided to do real-life bumper cars in the car park at Atalaya, where the Aldi is, because they have a business there. And the carnage that they left behind was unreal.
She sent a photo of 4 cars in a row that were obviously normally parked next to each other, that had all gone into each other and were completely mangled and written off because cars had just obviously gone round the car park and gone into them all. Apparently, it did say further on in the message that they were arrested at about 2:00 in the morning, some young lads. Thank God.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll probably read about it, that they got a ticking off and that sort of thing. I've got to say, the sentencing in Spain is quite bizarre. So I read something that somebody that killed a disabled person in a wheelchair after a violent attack in a car park got 3 years. And then somebody that had done something like quite mild in comparison got 7 years. And it just didn't make any sense. It just, this whole sentencing thing is so weird. So yeah, I hope that they are made an example of, because they've got to go realise that they can't go through society treating people and things like that.
Definitely.
You know, they're at an age that they need to learn that, because if they don't, they're just going to get worse as they get older, because they obviously have no respect for other people's possessions or their own possessions.
Yeah, exactly. They must have smashed up their own cars. If it were their own cars, and probably nicked them.
Yeah.
Oh dear. There was another piece talking about customer service, which is set to be revolutionised in Spain. This is on the telephone, and they are orchestrating a maximum amount of time that you can be kept waiting on the telephone. So obviously the line would be in Spanish, but if you're in the UK, you'd have someone saying, "Your call is very important to us. You are third in the queue," or "A representative will be with you as soon as possible," that kind of thing. How long do you think will be the maximum time that you can be kept waiting on the telephone?
3 minutes?
Correct, which is quite good.
Yeah, so in Spain, one thing I have noticed when you do get customer service, if you're lucky enough, you get put through usually to somebody in South America. So they use call centres in Mexico and places like that, because I assume the labour's much cheaper. The same as the UK tend to use people in India, because the labour's much cheaper. So it's quite difficult sometimes, because we're not fluente in Spanish. So then going through to somebody in South America can be doubly challenging, because they're not the same type of Spanish and lots of words are different.
But that is our fault.
It is our fault, you're correct.
Elliot Wright, from former Towie fame, is putting his restaurant Olivia's in La Cala up for sale. He's putting it up for auction because he's heading back to the UK. I read in the article that he hoped that his kids would follow into his restaurant business, but a couple of the older ones have actually returned to the UK. So he's got 5 children, I think. So they want to move the whole family back to the UK. And he's starting a sort of silent auction so people can send in their bids before the 5th of December. But there is a minimum bid. Do you know what it is?
I know what it should be. It should be around 1.5 to 2 million, I would say, for that type of restaurant. Maximum, absolute maximum.
It's 5 million, the minimum, the starting bid.
Dream, 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 dream.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens, whether there's news on the 6th of December. I very much doubt he'll go, well, nobody bid, so nothing's happened.
I would be very surprised if anybody bids. That
You
is
reckon?
way, way overpriced. You know, it's a popular place. It's on the beachfront in La Cala. It's not a €5 million business. We're helping one of the clients in Manifesto, and they're selling a hotel in the Old Town Marbella. And I think that's only between 1.5 and 2 million.
Really?
And that's a hotel.
Wow, in Marbella.
A boutique hotel.
Interesting.
So how a beach club in La Cala is going to go for 3-4 times that amount is just silly.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's one of those things that in terms of price, the price is what people will pay for it. Because, you know, we've had this discussion about art, you know, because I find it very difficult to put a price on art. I get if it's a famous artist, a Dali, whatever, it automatically has a certain kudos to it. But there are some pieces of art. Is it Rothko, one of the modern artists, who did all the
Wasn't he in the Dukes of Hazzard?
No, who did the squares of different colours, and it was just like a square of red and a square of blue. and they sold for millions. And I'm like, I could have done that when I was 4. And I find it really difficult to get my head around it. And people kind of go, wow, it's worth what people will pay for it.
Yeah, it's marketing at the end of the day. You know, the people that stand in front of it and say, no, this gives me the sense of anxiety when I see the redness, and you can see that there's a slight shading in the top right hand. Bullshit.
Well, maybe someone will stand in front of Olivia's and say, this gives me anxiety. Here's 6 million euros.
Well, it burnt down twice. It'd probably give everyone anxiety.
Oh, stop it. Anyway, we wish you luck, Elliot, and I hope you and your family find happiness in the UK.
Yes.
And finally, some good news. The Costa del Sol ends the summer with record amount of tourists, more revenue and jobs than ever before.
Great for business, bad for roads.
And the costs of things more and more expensive.
Yeah, but no, I mean, we live in a holiday resort, so at the end of the day, it's all about tourism, and the more tourism we get, the better it is for the businesses, especially when you consider what they went through during COVID. I mean, there's businesses that don't exist anymore because they literally closed down during COVID because they couldn't recover from it.
Do you know how many tourists there were between June and August?
432.
No, that's a bit of a silly underestimation.
2,492,500.
No, over 6 million.
Wow, that's what I was going to say next.
Okay, well done, almost.
Mm-hmm. Do you realise that's almost the price of the...
Olivia's.
Do you realise that's almost the price of Olivia's?
Yeah.
So if
you can't compare people to money.
If each tourist brought over €1, they could buy Olivia's.
There you go. It could be a conglomerate. We'll leave it there, I think, before we start trying to tie our heads in knots with mathematics. Have a great week. Please follow us on Instagram. I'm at Radio Hannah.
I'm PJ Lopez 1 Marbella.
And you can also follow the San Pedro Guide at San Pedro Guide Marbella. And please make sure wherever you're listening to us on the podcast app or whichever app you're listening, please make sure you hit follow, and then you'll be notified.
It's not a hard word. It's notified.
Notified with each future episode.
And make sure you also follow the Hogan Stand. It's at the Hogan Stand.
Yes, our new sponsors.
Yes, and they're also on TikTok now, called the Hogan Stand. So do check them out on there too. They've got quite a few followers already, which is great.
And if you're into golf, they have a golf society at the Hogan Hackers.
You're looking at me as if there's more to come.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, no, they also have a TikTok account for the Hogan Hackers. You're right.
There you go.
That's why you were looking at me.
And the TikTok account is?
The Hogan Hackers.
There we go. It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.